Some betrayals cut deeper than anyone could imagine. They leave scars that aren't visible but linger every day. You might think time heals everything, but certain truths are too heavy to carry alone. Secrets and lies can shake your confidence and make you question everything you believed. Many people stay quiet, fearing judgment or shame, but sometimes silence isn't an option. You need to speak, even if it's difficult. Today, Megyn Kelly chooses to break that silence, sharing details that stunned the public. Keep watching as we explore what she revealed about his affairs and how she faced the aftermath.
15 years ago today, I married Doug Brunt, the single best decision of my life. I'm not afraid to tell you.
I have to tell you something. I am a sinner, and I am having a bit of a crisis of faith these days.
Kelly was born on November 18, 1970, in Champaign, Illinois, into a family of educators and historians. Her father, Edward, was a college professor, and her mother, Linda, stayed at home to raise her children. She grew up alongside her siblings, Pete, Suzanne, and Kelly. Her mother's side of the family traced back to Irish ancestry, while her father's lineage included Italian and German roots. Her early life wasn't without hardship. The death of her father from a heart attack when she was just 15 deeply affected her. After her mother remarried, Kelly gained a stepsister and a stepbrother. She moved frequently as a child, living in Syracuse, New York, and later in Delmar, a suburb of Albany, before finally settling down. It was during her time at Bethlehem Central High School that her ambitions began to take shape. Kelly didn't stop there. She continued her education, earning a political science degree from Syracuse University in 1992 and a law degree from Albany Law School in 1995. She started her career in Chicago as an associate attorney and quickly made her mark. In 1996, she co-authored a paper for the Journal of the American Bar Association, an early accomplishment that showcased her drive. She spent 9 years at the prestigious Jones Day firm, representing high-profile clients like Experian. These years in law laid the foundation for the confident and ambitious persona she would later bring to journalism. However, the long hours of her legal career began to take a toll. While quickly climbing toward partner at her firm, she decided to explore a career in reporting, seeking a change. With little experience but plenty of determination, she compiled a sample reel with the help of a friend and began approaching television stations. After an internship at NBC News in Chicago and a reporting class at WJIL-TV in Washington, D.C., Kelly officially entered the industry in 2003. Moving to Baltimore, she covered major stories like the 2004 U.S. presidential election while continuing to practice law at WJIL-TV. Her transition into television caught the attention of Fox News at just the right moment. Kim Huffman, head of Fox's Washington bureau, and her husband, Britt Hume, a prominent Fox anchor, were impressed by Kelly's reel. Fox CEO Roger Ailes soon became involved, and Kelly received an offer to join the network. She became a familiar presence on Special Report, with Britt Hume and The O'Reilly Factor often filling in as a guest host. In 2006, Kelly first gained significant attention for her coverage of the controversial Duke University lacrosse case, in which several white players were accused of assaulting a black woman at a party. She initially faced criticism for questioning aspects of the allegations, but when the charges were later dropped, her reporting was vindicated. The case cemented her reputation for tackling difficult topics without hesitation, a characteristic that would define much of her career. Joining Bill Hemmer as co-host of America's Newsroom in 2007 was a major step forward for Megyn Kelly. By 2010, as her profile grew, she earned a solo role on America Live, a 2-hour afternoon news program. Her visibility soared during the 2012 presidential election, when she co-hosted America's Election HQ with Brett Baier. A memorable moment came when Republican strategist Karl Rove insisted that Mitt Romney had won Ohio. Not satisfied with taking his word for it, Kelly left the set and went to a back room, where Fox's analysts confirmed Barack Obama's victory. Some viewers were surprised by her bold move, since they expected Fox to maintain its usual conservative slant. In 2013, Kelly launched her own primetime show, The Kelly File. She positioned it as a news analysis program distinct from Fox's more opinion-heavy lineup. Many viewers, regardless of politics, appreciated her straightforward, no-nonsense approach. Her political stance, however, was nuanced. On topics like LGBTQ+ rights and the Iraq War, she broke from traditional conservative views. At the same time, she opposed social justice demonstrations and took a strong line against the Obama administration. Many were unsure where she stood politically, since she identified as an independent. Her style and familiar presence drew in audiences. Kelly returned to Fox News to co-host coverage of the 2016 presidential election. One standout moment was moderating the first Republican debate, where she questioned Donald Trump on his past comments about women. Her pointed questions, along with Trump's personal attacks against her, thrust her further into the public eye, more than she had anticipated. Her time at Fox was not without challenges. Roger Ailes resigned in 2016 after multiple women, including Kelly, accused him of sexual harassment. In her memoir, Settle for More, she detailed her experiences and described the toxic culture of cable news. During an appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, she spoke candidly about how Trump's rise affected some of her career choices. She hadn't seen herself as politically active before joining Fox, but primetime news forced her to reconsider her goals. Bill O'Reilly had warned her that primetime television was full of risks. Kelly wanted to report news without the drama. After confronting Trump's controversial tweets targeting her, she decided to leave the hostile environment. By the end of January 2017, she secured a new daytime show on NBC and exited Fox News. Megyn Kelly Today gave her a chance to start fresh, focusing on journalism aligned with her values. Her move came with a challenge, however. A non-compete clause prevented her from taking any new jobs until July 2017. While limiting, it gave her time to plan her next steps. One of her first bold moves after leaving Fox was an interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin. She appeared publicly first on a panel at the 2017 St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, followed by the interview, which aired on June 4, 2017, as part of Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly. Both appearances set the stage for her future work. Her daytime talk show, Megyn Kelly Today, premiered in September 2017, reportedly earning her $15 to $20 million annually. The show was originally planned to return in summer 2018, but was never renewed. Since 2017, Kelly focused her energy on reporting for NBC. In October 2018, she faced controversy over remarks about blackface on Megyn Kelly Today. Drawing on her upbringing, she suggested it could be acceptable if someone dressed as a character, which sparked widespread backlash. Although she apologized the next day, NBC announced on October 26 that the show would be canceled. Her NBC tenure ended officially on January 11, 2019. She completed her contract with a payout of $30 million. In September 2020, Kelly launched her media company, Devil May Care Media. The Megyn Kelly Show debuted on September 28, 2020, covering topics that connected with her audience through her candid and thoughtful style. The show returned to SiriusXM on September 7, 2021, with a video simulcast airing weekdays at 12 noon Eastern Time on Triumph Talk Radio. Kelly's engaging and insightful approach helped her grow her audience and marked a new chapter in her career. In early 2023, Kelly mentioned that she needed to join SAG-AFTRA for a secret project, hinting at something exciting on the horizon. On November 30, 2023, it was officially announced that she would co-star with Danny Trejo, Roseanne Barr, and Adam Carolla in the animated comedy series Mr. Buam, set to debut in early 2024. Her move into animation demonstrated both her flexibility and her willingness to embrace new challenges. Kelly returned to her roots in political journalism in December 2023, when she co-hosted News Nation's fourth Republican primary debate alongside Elizabeth Vargas and Eliana Johnson. This solidified her reputation as a leading voice in political commentary, blending her legal background with her media experience. Megyn Kelly's life, both public and private, has been full of twists, controversy, and career shifts. Raising 3 children while balancing her roles as a mother, wife, and public figure has been challenging. She also navigated the end of her first marriage. Kelly has openly discussed the struggles of managing work and personal life, particularly in a field driven by scrutiny and controversy.
We met when we were 34 or 30. I was 35, you were 34. He was always rubbing in. He's 9 months, younger. And I was like, there's something wrong with him. I was sharing an office with Major Garrett at Fox News at the time. He's now at CBS. And I'm like, there's something wrong with him. I say, he's like either a serial killer or he's gay or I don't know, he's got like...
Daniel Kelly, an anesthesiologist, was Megyn Kelly's first husband. They married on September 29, 2001, after meeting at a lively Chicago street festival. Though their connection initially seemed strong, they quietly ended their marriage by 2006. Their split came for understandable reasons. They couldn't agree on how to start a family. Kelly has been candid about how their relationship was already under strain because she wasn't emotionally ready to take that next step. Alongside this, their different personalities and demanding work schedules added additional tension to the marriage. After her breakup with Daniel Kelly, Megyn Kelly's love life took a positive turn when she met Douglas Brunt, a novelist and former CEO of a cybersecurity company. They were introduced on a blind date in 2006 and became engaged after just 14 months. Kelly admitted she was surprised by the depth of her feelings for Brunt.
A combination of a lot of things. First and foremost, I was not seeing my children grow up. You know, I would leave for work at 3:30, which is exactly when your kids get home from school. You know, they had aged into that school schedule.
Unlike previous partners, he wasn't flashy or showy, but his kindness, intelligence, and calm confidence complemented her fiery personality. Being in the spotlight brought unique challenges, including dealing with a stalker. Even during her early dates with Brunt, Kelly had security guards accompanying her everywhere. Brunt joked that it felt like high school sophomores going to prom with a security team. Despite the odd circumstances, he wanted to focus on getting to know her. The presence of guards made their first kiss awkward and slightly embarrassing, but it remained memorable. The next day, Kelly took a bold step by visiting Brunt's hotel without her security team, seeking a more natural interaction. She wanted to build a serious relationship, and facing these challenges together marked an important milestone for them. Even strong couples face challenges in long-distance relationships, and Kelly and Brunt were no exception. During a holiday visit, they argued on New Year's Eve while walking Kelly's dogs. In the heat of the moment, Brunt accidentally dropped one leash, almost putting their dog Bailey in danger. The disagreement wasn't truly about the dog, but it reflected deeper, unspoken tensions about their future together. The following morning, after talking things through, they realized how much they cared for one another. Brunt decided to propose sooner than expected. After buying a custom ring, he waited for the right moment. Their relationship reached a milestone in September 2007, leading to their wedding at Long Island's Oheka Castle on March 1, 2008. Since then, they have welcomed 3 children, Edward, Yates, Yardley Evans, and Thatcher Bray, into their family. Throughout her career, Brunt has been a source of support for Kelly, encouraging her at every turn. Kelly has said that the challenges they faced only strengthened their bond.
The reason that the camping experience means something to me are of my dad playing his guitar around the campfire, West Virginia, singing John Denver, and all of us dancing.
On her Sirius XM show, celebrating their 15th anniversary, she described her relationship with Brunt as the greatest blessing in her life, saying, "Nothing in my life has been as fulfilling to me as that relationship," emphasizing that their bond laid the foundation for her love of their children. Brunt is not only Kelly's husband, but also an accomplished and compassionate writer. Born in Philadelphia on August 25, 1971, he grew up in the suburbs and attended the Haverford School before continuing his studies at Duke University. He later earned an MBA from Georgetown University. After college, Brunt worked at a money market firm before joining Booz Allen Hamilton as a consultant. He eventually became president and CEO of the internet security company Authentium, a position he held until 2011, also exploring venture finance along the way. Selling Authentium in 2011 marked a turning point, leading him to focus on writing. Brunt had discovered a passion for storytelling during his time at Authentium, initially as a way to relax, often jotting down ideas while commuting from New York to Florida. He grew increasingly unhappy with his job and began seriously considering writing as a career while contending with a board of directors and investors who weren't effective. Brunt shared his frustrations with Kelly and their son during an honest conversation while walking in the park. After noticing his irritability and signs of depression, Kelly suggested that a change might be beneficial. Although he hadn't made a career decision yet, Brunt started working on the first draft of his debut novel to pass the time during long trips. A key moment came when Kelly read that draft and offered encouragement, giving him the confidence to pursue writing more seriously. The sale of his company finally allowed Brunt to dedicate himself fully to writing. After securing an agency, he landed a book deal. Since then, he has published 3 novels, including Ghosts of Manhattan, which became a New York Times bestseller in September 2023. His first nonfiction book, The Mysterious Case of Rudolf Diesel, has also been released. In 2022, Douglas Brunt launched a podcast called With Doug Brunt, where he talks with best-selling authors over drinks about a variety of topics. The idea for the podcast had been developing since his younger years. A voracious reader, he often imagined having casual conversations with authors he admired. After reading Nelson DeMille's The Gold Coast, he pictured sitting down with the author for a relaxed chat, like friends catching up over a drink. That vision became the foundation of his podcast. In each episode, Brunt engages in lively, informal discussions with authors, offering listeners insight into both their personalities and creative processes. The format is more like a friendly gathering than a traditional interview. Thanks to this relaxed, approachable way of engaging with literature, Megyn and Doug have maintained a happy marriage for 16 years. They recently celebrated another anniversary together. At the same time, Megyn is still in the process of annulling her first marriage. As of 2025, she remains close to her first husband, but she never completed the annulment, partly due to her desire to receive absolution in confession, which is complicated by her Catholic faith. This situation remains very important to her. Despite her successes, Megyn Kelly has always been careful to separate her professional life from her personal life, though the two inevitably intersected. Being a mother and a media personality has required constant balancing. She has often spoken about the challenge of finding time for her children while maintaining a demanding career in television and journalism. Her 3 children with Douglas Brunt, Edward, Yates, Yardley Evans, and Thatcher Bray, have grown up under public scrutiny, yet she has worked hard to provide them with stability and normalcy whenever possible. Kelly has emphasized that parenting has reshaped how she approaches work. She has learned patience, empathy, and how to step back from immediate reactions, skills that have also influenced her interviews and reporting style. Her experience as a mother, she believes, helps her connect with a wider audience, particularly viewers who are managing careers alongside family responsibilities. Balancing motherhood with media obligations has not always been seamless. Travel for work, tight deadlines, and the demands of live television created tension at times. Yet, she credits Brunt's support for keeping the family grounded. Her marriage to Douglas Brunt has also exposed her to a different perspective on creative work. Brunt's career as a novelist and storyteller contrasts with her own fast-paced, deadline-driven profession. Observing his methodical process, and sometimes his struggles with rewrites or deadlines, has influenced Kelly's own approach to her projects. She has said that seeing Brunt's dedication to his craft reinforced her belief in persistence and resilience, traits that have been essential in her career and personal growth. Even with a strong partnership, Kelly and Brunt have faced challenges. Long periods of travel for work, public scrutiny, and differing routines have tested their relationship over the years. They have been open about the effort required to maintain closeness, including daily check-ins, sharing responsibilities at home, and finding small moments to connect amid hectic schedules. They credit honest communication as the cornerstone of their relationship. Kelly's public presence in particular has occasionally created friction. She has had to navigate a world in which every comment, appearance, or social media post is scrutinized and sometimes misinterpreted. While she has developed thick skin, the pressure has influenced her decisions about what projects to take on, which interviews to conduct, and how openly to discuss her personal life. Brunt, as a private individual, has helped her maintain perspective, ensuring that the family remains insulated from unnecessary attention. Professionally, Kelly has continued to explore new ventures. She has developed a reputation for thoughtful, in-depth reporting that focuses on real stories, often highlighting cultural or political issues from multiple angles. Her media company, Devil May Care Media, has allowed her to experiment with formats and topics that align with her values, offering her a level of creative freedom she did not always have in network television. The Megyn Kelly Show has become a platform where she can explore a variety of subjects, political, social, and personal, without the constraints imposed by traditional networks. Her experience navigating controversy has also made her a mentor to younger journalists. She has spoken at conferences and workshops, emphasizing the importance of preparation, clarity, and ethical reporting. She encourages emerging media professionals to understand the responsibility that comes with influence and to develop resilience in the face of criticism. Kelly stresses that mistakes are inevitable, but can be opportunities for growth if handled thoughtfully. Thanks for watching. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you won't miss any of our latest videos. See you next time.